to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
He didn't have that little bit of jizz in him today.
Well. Welcome, everybody, to the Detroit Cast. Does it sound quieter than usual?
Does, dude. Just had to jam up my headphones.
Me too.
What'd you do, you son of a bitch?
That's not good. All right, I'm glad it's not just me. Anyway, we are recording. The intro's going.
We're all
Jay's
here.
I am here. E, unfortunately, is here. So I guess we're good.
I guess.
Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed your weekend off and all that good stuff. I think I touched on it yesterday. I mentioned that I had an exciting weekend. It was my dad's birthday. It's coming up.
You did so much that you didn't even cover your whole weekend in yesterday's show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
Mike, this is remarkable.
I want to go on record declaring that I made a cake over the weekend.
No, you did what you did last year.
And
made your little angel food thing.
What's wrong with that? Did I or did I not get a box of ingredients out, mix, put into a cake pan, put in the oven, heat, remove?
What do? You add water?
Well,
Like a cup of water?
It's not important.
Did you break an egg?
No.
No, did you break an egg?
That's why I love this cake. It's the greatest cake
milk?
ever. No,
It's just
one
water.
1 1/4 cup of water.
Oh my God.
Mix, pour in a pan. It's my perfect level of baking.
Do you think your dad doesn't know this?
Oh yeah, he does.
Okay, so he knows the level of effort that's gone into this.
Oh,
lack thereof.
I learned that my dad lived on angel food cakes for a period of months.
How do you live on angel food cakes? It's sugar.
He was saying he graduated from college and was going to go into the Navy.
So
right?
this is before he bombed the farm.
Yes,
Yeah.
This is pre-farm bombing. He was getting ready to go into the Navy, but it was in January. He finished school in June or whatever, but he wasn't going into the Navy until January in the new year.
Had some time to kill.
And so he's like, yeah, I didn't want to, take a job, like a real job, because I knew I was going to be leaving in 6 months anyways. And I think my mom got him a job filing papers in a hospital.
Bob.
So he's filing his papers, but he's like, I had tons of time off. And so for months, he's like, my buddy would come over and we'd throw the football. And he said my mom was like, every day, your father,
Did
every
he
day.
overthrow it like you do?
You're
a chronic overthrower.
No, you wanted to be. I'm not getting into this
Chronic.
again. I'm not getting into this. I'm sorry if you're slow on your routes. I'm used to throwing to speedy receivers.
Chronic.
I'm sorry, but he would make an angel food cake a day, and he would sit in his apartment and eat an angel food cake and watch his stories.
Oh my God! What did he watch? Does he know what story?
General Hospital or one of those.
Well
Yeah,
done, Bob.
Yeah.
Did he pour? Did he buy cartons of strawberries and pour them over his angel food?
I don't think so. I
Just
think he
ate it dry.
I think he likes them dry.
It's interesting.
Yeah, which I'm a fan of too. I think it's delicious. Have you ever had it?
Yeah, I've had it.
I've
never been real partial to that.
Yeah, mine was kind of lopsided. I got to be honest with you.
You couldn't even pull off a straight angel food cake.
No,
Come on, man.
I know. It tasted fine though.
What else did you get him?
I got him a gift certificate and a card.
Okay.
Yeah, I got him some food
From the ebony section?
No, I thought about going the mahogany,
Okay.
the mahogany section. But no, I didn't end up going
Just
mahogany.
went straight up, happy birthday, Dad, kind of thing.
Yes.
Played it safe.
It had
played it straight.
It had a bird on the cover of the card, and he had long hair and a piece bandana and some sunglasses, straight out of the 60s hippie. And you open it up and it says something about it's hippie bird day. So I just wanted to wish you a hippie bird day. Something like
the wordplay.
Yeah.
You can't get away from it, man.
What are you going to do?
It's a constant in your life, man.
So I got him that. Yeah.
It's good.
But it was fun.
I've got my dad's birthday coming up, and I'm thinking it actually occurred to me. I'm laying in bed last night. I'm like, oh man, Dad's birthday's coming up. What do I do? And smelt actually came to my mind. He loves
Like
canned smelt.
fish?
Yeah. Canned oysters and smelt.
Seems like
Sardines, all that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Your dad's weird.
You get him some crackers and like some canned oysters.
Oh,
Happy man.
are you shitting
I'm
me?
not
That is
shitting
that is awful.
So I'm thinking, can I just get away with buying him canned meat for birthday, for his birthday this year? Do I have to get him something else? I don't know. I could get him a variety.
Yeah.
Could put it in a little basket. Could look presentable. You all right?
I think there's our problem.
Hmm.
How do we sound now?
Should we start over?
Nope. I can bump that up. Our master volume was a little lower. Does it sound better now?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to blame E too much. I think that comes up like that, although he said it. So whatever.
You
It's
hit
okay.
you hit. I saw you re-hit the button again.
No,
though.
it wouldn't go down. I didn't
Okay.
I didn't pot it down. That's manually done. So you manually put that up there. I don't want to blast on you today. E. Forget it.
Hey, we got to tell you about our buddy David Helm. This segment's brought to you by Helm Law, which is a full-service law firm built on the model of providing the best legal services to its clients throughout Michigan. Represents clients in a wide range of cases, including family law and divorce, civil litigation, estate planning, and criminal defense. So whether you're leaving your children in the car or your spouse is refusing to put out, call Helm Law at 248-679-8804 or go on helmlawpc.com. They offer free consultations. Tell them you support the show. You'll get 15% off.
We mentioned your tweet last night that I felt was one of those critically acclaimed tweets that just doesn't strike a chord with the public.
And that's okay.
Yeah, it happens. We referenced Pet Sounds.
Yeah.
Great example. Brian Wilson Band, the critically acclaimed album that just doesn't have the initial commercial success.
Before its time.
Yeah. I think you brought up Paul's Boutique. Another
Public wasn't ready for it.
right. And so your tweet kind of fell into that category, in my humble opinion, of one of those, wow, that is a really, boy, I wish I would have sent that tweet out, referencing Samson's hair and
Morley Safer's death.
Morley Safer's death in 60 Minutes. And you had mentioned in there, because you had some characters left over.
Oh, I didn't have characters left over.
I know, but after your Samson reference, you had enough characters left over to say now they can replay the in memoriam special to Morley Safer that they ran a week ago.
Retirement special. Yeah.
Right.
It was a well-constructed tweet by all accounts.
It really was. And so anyway, I was watching 60 Minutes last night, and they mentioned Morley Safer and said they are in fact going to rerun the in memoriam special at a future date. They didn't declare which date that would be, but then they just pulled like an old, here's one of his pieces from 2002. Enjoy.
Oh.
And just sent some like him going to this wine country and drinking wine. And
What's the story on that? Was he
France or
chronically ill and he knew it and he just hung
I don't
on
know.
60 Minutes as long as he could? Or was it seriously like, yep, all done. Okay, that was a great career. Now I'm going to get on with my retirement. And he drops dead. Like,
yeah, who knows, man? And maybe he was sick for a while, but just wanted to keep working, and they honored that. Who knows? But
Yeah.
that seems really weird. He didn't strike me like usually, when you see someone that's not doing well and they lose a ton of weight and they look,
yeah.
you can tell when someone's not doing so good. He never struck me as like that. I mean, he was getting old, but
Yeah.
he didn't strike me as like, whoa,
Like a
boy.
Michael Douglas sort of situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too
kinda
much snatch eating. By the way, did you watch that part of the Megyn Kelly
I
special?
did.
How was it? Was it anything other than the snatch eating?
No, they didn't even reference the snatch
What?
eating. How do you do a Michael Douglas interview without referencing the snatch eating?
Right.
So
which
he claimed
what was the relevance of my man then? What has he done?
well he
Big Michael Douglas.
yeah. Well, what do you mean, like in his career?
Well, why is he being interviewed by Megyn Kelly now?
I don't know.
Does he have
Basically,
something coming up?
no. They were talking about. She was asking him about. Oh yeah, I read the tabloids and they say every day you're on your deathbed. You're on your death. Like you're 3 weeks from death.
See,
And
to
he's
me,
like,
they're trying to push Megyn Kelly as the next Barbara Walters and shit. But then you're grasping at celebrities to put on your
Yeah.
special.
It was
Trump was huge. You could do an hour with Trump.
for sure.
But instead, she fills in with these 4 other celebrities, and it's like some tranny. It's Michael Douglas and Bob Shapiro.
Yeah. And
Oh,
it
no.
was a dud across the board. Honestly, it just didn't, it wasn't that good. I say she's so gone next year from Fox News. I do not see her re-upping her deal there. I know there's been comments about from her where She's saying little things, which is hard to do in a workplace, to trash your coworkers.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do. And she's like, well, I wish Bill O'Reilly would have had my back more. Like, even that is something where you can tell she's really pissed off at a couple of those guys for not more outwardly having her back in regards to the whole Trump fallout.
Yeah, I don't get the whole attraction to her. Whatever.
Yeah, but it didn't do well. They thought it was going to be this huge thing. It got, I don't know, 4 point some million viewers, but for one of those primetime network shows, specials, they thought that was going to launch her, maybe the next Oprah. But
so I changed the subject from the tweeting. I know you were going to go to last night's tweet and compare our two podcast
no, I was going to let that sit.
No, you can.
Go ahead. I mean, if you want to.
Well, we were honored last night, Mike, when we learned that we are again nominated for Best Comedy Podcast for the second straight year, Mike.
There's only 500,000 podcasts out there, so to be one of
10 or so,
10 or so that's recognized in this
2 years
great
in a row
category. 2 years in a row. Was there another show? I didn't recognize any of the other shows on there as far as like last year being nominated. Are we the only ones to be nominated 2 years in a row?
I didn't do a careful check, admittedly, though. Yeah. But I'm sure our third party in the room here will, with great dispatch, pull up both lists and compare them carefully.
Yeah.
You'd be shocked. You might be a little disappointed if that was your case. No, I don't know. I'll look them up. I didn't recognize any of them.
No.
Honestly, I didn't think. Well, I'll have to see, but I didn't recognize them at all. Any of the other ones. In fact, I didn't know of any other ones other than the Gilbert Gottfried one, and that's only because I know who he is.
Well, we are very excited to be included. Voting starts, because I'm sure listeners will want to jump in and vote. Next Sunday it starts, May 29th, and it's the same deal as last year where you can vote once per day.
Yeah. So we're going to need people to suck up and vote once a day, get their confirmation email,
Make it a habit every day. Go
it's
vote.
Your daily thing. Do we want to win, or do we want to be the always
Susan
a bridesmaid, never the bride?
We don't want to be Susan Lucci, Mike.
We don't want to be Susan Lucci.
We'd rather take one of these things.
I kind of think it's cool though to be 3-time nominated now for the awards, but we
I think
never
it's
win.
Cool if we were all coming home with 100,000 a year or whatever. I guess I don't know, dude. I think there'd be something good to winning. And maybe having
maybe that's just my defense mechanism.
Tell sponsors and shit. I mean,
wow, winning.
Winning.
Like, I wouldn't care. You know what I mean? I wouldn't care if we were well established enough, I suppose. But dude, we need to make this thing bigger, and I think winning would be a good thing.
What do you think? Who's our biggest competition? I think Gilbert Gottfried probably.
Just the name recognition, yeah.
Yeah, Matt and Mattingly's Ice Cream Social.
I don't know. Plumbing the Death Star. I don't know these other
Plumbing
ones.
the Death Star. It sounds like something you'd be a fan of, Jay. Right. Honestly, yeah. Well, sometimes some people you don't want ice cream. You go to a barbecue shop. Maybe Matt.
There are people who don't want to do other things. If you want ice cream, you don't go to a barbecue shop.
That's right. So if you want Matt and Mattingly's Ice Cream Social, don't go to a barbecue shop.
Correct. Shop.
I mean, that's shop. That's the takeaway from that. So anyway, thanks to the podcast awards and you, the listener, for getting us nominated.
I think your last statement just disclosed why your tweet was so successful last night over mine. I tweeted at the podcast awards, thanked them for nominating us in Best Comedy, and got a few retweets, some likes, but then you stepped out and sucked up to the listeners.
Oh, is that what I did?
We want to thank all, in caps,
the
listeners who made this possible.
I did this much later than yours, by the way. My tweet was sent out much later than yours.
There's timing to tweeting too, as we know.
Don't try to.
There is.
You're a lawyer.
There is a prime time. There's a sweet spot.
So that you're oh, there was nothing I could do. It was all stacked against me. What can I do?
Tied.
My hands are tied. It just happened the hour of the day.
I wanted to get word out right away that we were nominated, and that was the purpose of my tweet.
Yeah. You got 31 hearts. Not bad. That's cute. And you got 11 retweets. Mine, which was sent out much later, so it had less time to grow.
It's better timing. 10 o'clock.
Mine had 42 hearts and 24 retweets.
Yeah, and what did yours say? Suck up.
Thank you to all the Detroit Cast fans who helped get us nominated for Best Comedy Show 2 years in a row. Hashtag PCA 2016.
Look at Mike thanking me. I'll retweet that. He's pandering.
Yes, he should. As he should. We're a show.
That's right.
I mean, we're trying to.
Yeah, no shitty. You think I'm serious?
And it worked. It
I
worked.
think you
I got 42
should.
hearts to your 31 and 24 retweets to your 11. But whatever.
Yeah.
You can learn from it. The other thing that we missed last night, and I just saw some highlights this morning with the Billboard Awards.
I did not see it, Mike.
Yeah, and I don't care to go down the list of winners. I guess if you were interested in that, The Weeknd won everything. I guess he still has that stupid hair. I can't do the hair, man. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I just look at it. I go, what is going on? How does one do that to their hair?
I know. It sort of reminds me of that one character in The Fifth Element. You know that movie with Bruce Willis. And the character is played by the comedian Chris something, black guy, and he's
Tucker?
like that. Yeah, Chris Tucker. And he's that over-the-top radio host.
Okay.
And it's this futuristic guy, and he has that weird, like, afro thing sticking out of the top of his head. Do you remember this character?
I don't remember the character.
I think
no.
that's what inspired my man The Weeknd. I really did.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I think he's gonna grow up with regrets at some point down the line. He's gonna have that flock of seagulls moment.
Good
You know,
point.
you know what I mean? Like
sure.
15 years from now, while it's cool and hip now, and people are like, "Oh, dude, the hair is awesome," it's not gonna always be awesome.
Kind of like the mullet that we all wore.
Yeah,
But don't you look fondly back at the mullet? Don't you embrace that and own it and say, "No, dude, you know what?
It was the time."
The worse I look now, the cooler I was then."
Yeah,
That's how I look at old
I can
photos.
do that with a tail.
Oh.
You know, I can get into the bleached tail a little bit.
See, I kind of disagree, man. The mullet is.
You dig the mullet.
I can own the mullet.
You pull up
If I had a
I
tail,
like this hair. Just FYI, I don't know what the problem is. I think it's fine.
it's when it's dreaded up or curled like that,
Like that?
it looks better. That looks okay. But when it's done like he had it last night, it just looks weird to me. Look up Flock of Seagulls lead singer.
God, that's yeah.
And you'll see where I'm going with that, E, where it's like, okay, I understand you wanted to be out there and cool at the time, but it's going to come back to bite you at one point. You're going to be embarrassed about this.
This, I guess.
Yeah.
That. Yeah.
That. Yeah.
Doesn't that like sum up the 80s though?
Yeah.
It really does. I love how
Lots of bright
similar
colors.
images have Trump down there next to him, David Bowie.
Yeah.
Is that Robert Downey Jr.?
Yes. Oh, is that Downey Jr. doing? He's obviously doing a.
Seagulls.
Oh no, that's Friends. That's Matthew Perry.
Yeah. This
Oh,
was,
is it?
Yeah. This,
Did they do a? Did they do
was
an
like-
episode where he was?
Yes.
Must have been a throwback to an '80s thing, obviously.
Yep.
That's funny. But the other thing they did last night on the Billboard, besides The Weeknd winning everything, was Madonna did a tribute to Prince, and they were in Vegas last night for the Billboard Awards. 57-year-old Madonna.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she was wearing this Gucci lavender purplish frilly bullshit thing, paisley suit.
She's still fighting with her son, Rocco. And her son pissed off at her and trying to break away from her.
Yeah, well, he was trying to stay in wherever, England or
With
wherever.
Guy Ritchie.
Exactly. I think, and she was going out on stage like
bitching about him.
Yeah, like to the audience and stuff.
Audience is like, yeah. Just
Play your
sing
damn
just
song.
Sing like a virgin, please, so I can remember the 80s.
Yeah.
Son.
Anyway, she came out. They were at the T-Mobile Arena, and she was joined by Stevie Wonder to do Purple Rain. She also did Nothing Compares to You. You want to see some
Gosh,
of it?
we haven't mentioned that song in a while.
Yeah, I know. It just looks silly. Everybody doing Purple Rain. Were you the one that brought that up? Like, oh my God, can they do any other song besides Purple Rain?
No, I didn't bring that up. I haven't seen a lot of that actually.
Yeah, there's been a ton of it.
Everywhere.
Constant. Everybody's doing Purple Rain covers, but
I wouldn't want to even. It's actually a good point. I wouldn't want to like any concert you go to right now. I think someone's doing it.
yeah.
A fucking waste of a song.
I just don't think Madonna's very
Never
good.
meant to cause you any pain.
Only one time wanted to see you like me.
Stevie.
Only wanna see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain. Purple rain.
Go to church. We're going to church. Her voice just isn't that strong.
Dude, her voice has never been that
No,
good.
it's never been a good.
She's been a great
voice.
singer despite her voice.
Yes.
Oh, there's always the criticism going back to day one. Like,
Yeah.
dude, she can't sing.
It's the Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears thing, where it's like, okay, one of them has a professional voice, and
Right.
one of them sucks ass,
Yeah.
but looks cute in her outfit.
Her little schoolgirl outfit.
But Madonna is one of those, like, you just can't sing. You don't have an ear for this. That's one thing in the 80s, and yeah, terrible. So people were blasting this on social media quite a bit. The Prince memes were in full glory. No. they had shitloads of them out.
Didn't
yesterday.
Adam Levine do a really good one?
On the Billboard Awards?
No.
Or just in general?
Like a week ago, Purple Rain.
Probably.
Yeah, I heard he killed it. But.
That wouldn't shock me. Do you want to see if you can find that, E? You could play a second of it. Dwayne Wade tweeted out, if that's all Prince got, the rest of us are in trouble. Madonna is really ruining everything for me. Other people's tweets. Let me be the first to say she sounds awful. # Madonna. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to see a horrific flat version of my music.
Oh, no.
Madonna already got a cane ready in case her hip dislocates. Someone else says, I'm about to go on stage and help Madonna. Didn't give justice to Prince's song. It was all over the place. She sang so awful. Even BET jumped in. I guess they've got their BET Awards show coming up next month. And even they tweeted out, yeah, we saw that. Don't worry. We got you next month. So apparently they've got some Prince tribute that they're talking about. God.
It's Adam Levine performing Purple Rain
I'm assuming this is it. It's from April.
at the Howard Stern birthday bash.
I don't know if that is so. Here,
Only one time, see you laughing.
Jesus, a little more like it, right?
Yeah.
Only want to see you in the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain.
I've seen these guys a couple times live. They're very impressive, actually. Yeah. God, imagine having guys like this at your birthday party to perform. Jesus. Yeah, they're very good band, man. I saw them open for the Rolling Stones at Comerica Park years ago. And I was like, oh, I don't want to see these homos up here. You know, they had like Maroon 5 with their big hit. They were like the
they had like a hit on 96.3 at the time or something.
They had probably 4 of them that were big. That album was huge. And I went there and I was just like, oh, this is going to be some bubblegummy bullshit. And they were really good, really strong, just a stripped down rock and roll band, believe it or not. I know that sounds weird talking about Maroon 5, but they were really impressive.
Purple rain, purple rain.
Go for it. I kind of want to hear the end when Prince is going nuts. I imagine Adam Levine can sing the shit out of it. He's got the guy from Train with him.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that dude?
Is that right there?
That's the solo.
I don't know where you're looking.
Dude, the guy from Train's a great singer, too.
Yeah.
He is.
I know.
Don't deny it.
It's Adam Levine playing that Fender. God damn, man. You don't think of Adam Levine as being able to rip it up on a guitar like that. But... Wow. Very cool. Wow.
You ever watch that show, The Voice? Is that still on?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. I think Adam Levine is great on it.
Yeah.
Him and the other guy.
He's the whole thing, really.
Is it Blake?
Oh, Blake Shelton.
Shelton. I think Blake Shelton's good too.
Yep.
On what I've seen of that show. Usually the chick I can do without.
It was
Christina
Aguilera for a
for-
while, and then it was Gwen Stefani, or there's been a lot of them. The Latin chick, Shakira. Yeah, they've changed out the chicks quite a bit.
Yeah.
But
Didn't they
I think Adam and Blake have like anchored that thing for a while.
Yeah, and they seem like they just seem like down to earth dudes you'd want to hang with, which is what's appealing about them.
Right.
They joke with each other, they fuck with each other a lot. Where the chicks always, in my opinion, kind of come off as like diva-ish.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched it
never
enough to get that sense, but it's a interesting concept. Turn around and just listen. Don't look.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
sometimes you're pretty surprised.
yeah,
Have a Susan Boyle situation, right?
yeah, for sure. Kanye West.
Oh, what a dick.
Oh, this dude. This doesn't surprise anybody. There's an ex-bodyguard of his that's come out and
Gross.
talking about yeah, I know. Talking about what a monster this guy is. This won't surprise anybody, unfortunately. I guess my question is, how much of this is an act to like get headlines, or is it possible he's just a total asshole all the time?
It's very possible he's all the time an asshole because it seems very consistent. You
Yeah.
don't hear stories contrary. You don't hear people, you know what, I met him and he was actually a really cool guy and this and that. No, you just
Yeah.
hear this shit.
Yeah. Well, this guy claims he's a megalomaniac who refuses to push his own elevator buttons. He behaves like a toddler and demands that staff not speak in his presence. Not speak in his presence. We've heard of "don't look at me." Don't speak in my presence.
Oof.
That's a new one. This guy was an ex NYPD cop and described how he witnessed the rap superstar lord over his underlings before he finally got fired for introducing himself to Kim Kardashian.
Hold on. How uncomfortable would that be? You walk into a group of people and they all just shut up,
Yeah,
just looking at you like, I don't want to
it'd be
piss them off.
so weird.
And you want that control, I guess, right?
Yeah, it must be about control. It's got to be. I had to look after his toddler daughter once, and it was so much easier than babysitting the father.
How old is it? Yeah, like 2 or 3, right?
Yeah, yeah. Steve Stanulus is the guy's name. He's got other clients that he's worked with. He's a bodyguard to the stars, DiCaprio, Toby Maguire. I've been employed by a lot of high-end people, but I've never worked for someone like him. He's 10 times worse than what you see. He only worked for West for 2 weeks. He said he recalled a career's worth of West's diva antics. I was told, don't expect to last long. He goes through a lot of guys, and some don't even last the first hour. Wow. On his very first day, we headed to the studio. When we got in the elevator, Kanye just stood there with his arms folded and said, aren't you going to press the button? He said, I don't know which floor we're going to. This is my first day. I don't know. Kanye flipped out, squealing that his time was precious and that he couldn't believe I hadn't called ahead to find out which floor he worked on. I was amazed by the amount of bizarre behavior I saw in just 2 weeks. I don't know how Kim Kardashian stays married to him. He got annoyed because I got in his shot once when the paparazzi were taking pictures.
Oh boy.
Wow. He said he was told never to speak to his wife, and that's when he was fired. He finally at one point in New York was like, "Hey Kim, I'm Steve." You know,
and he saw it.
Yeah, I saw him introducing himself
Talk
to his
my
wife. Yeah, and that's what got him.
Do you think
fired.
that shit's for real, that whole relationship, or is it just a power link up?
I don't know. I mean, they're spitting out kids. I
Yeah.
guess nothing would
It's
surprise me,
commitment.
but
You always hear all that shit, though. They link up these Hollywood stars, and
I've always
a-
heard Kanye was a homo.
well, there you go.
So, maybe this is he's vomiting through this to get, just like put a couple kids out there.
Yeah.
Who knows? But there's long been rumors that wasn't a gay dude, but I don't know. Maybe he goes both ways. Wasn't there a tweet that came out a while ago saying that some chick was blasting him for Kanye being some finger in the ass booty lover or something
Oof,
like that.
oof.
Yeah, and set that out there.
You should have asked Ian Halperin.
Yeah, it got picked up and run with. Yeah, Ian probably would have known what's
Yeah.
up with that relationship.
I just can't think of a more annoying couple than those two.
Yeah.
And it's just, man, they're always in the limelight, and you just have to wonder. And you see what the Kardashians are all about, what Kris, is controlling, is
Mhm.
controlling the chessboard. Wouldn't shock me at all if that's just all a setup.
Yeah. I don't know. There was a video going around last week that I saw people were sending out about Kanye. What was he on, the Ellen show?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea, Ian, not to put you on the
No, it
spot,
was
when
like
this interview was?
it
was
was
last
like-
year?
Oh, I don't know. I saw him last week. I was at work the other day, and we have like the TV, in the waiting room. And I actually was pissed. I was kind of busy because I was trying to watch it because he was looking like an asshole. He was talking about tweeting and whether he ever regretted any of his tweets. So unless they're replaying one,
so it might have been new.
No, it was definitely new because she's asking about the new baby.
Okay,
so
you want to watch a couple minutes of it?
Yeah.
Here.
I haven't seen it, but I know people are getting a kick out of it. He just kind of looks like a freak.
Here, I played some of this. I think I'm gonna go to this part. The first part he just talks about naming their kid, but this is kind of after the break.
Oh, what a self-important
things
asshole.
Out on Twitter, and sometimes, like Kim has said, and I'll tell you this also. I don't know if she's told you this, along with not wanting more children. But Kim has said that
I'm fine to just practice.
Yeah. That's all I get to do. But Kim has said that there should be a board of directors that goes through your tweets. Like when you have an idea, you should give them to Kim and a bunch of people, and they go, okay, you can tweet that, or no, you cannot tweet that.
Yeah.
Do you think you should have a board of directors?
Absolutely not.
No. Everything you tweet, you think, have you regretted anything that you've tweeted?
Nope.
Nothing. Never. You don't go, maybe I should have thought about that a little longer?
What's the point of thinking?
That's a point of thinking. Well, sometimes I understand, but sometimes there is a point to thinking. And then you tweeted out that you wanted Mark Zuckerberg to give you $53 million. In hindsight, should that have gone on Facebook?
Yes.
Yes.
I should have put it on Facebook. Now I understand why he didn't hit me back. I understand that Zuckerberg doesn't use Twitter.
Yeah.
Even though I have had dinner with him and his wife and told him about how I wanted to help the world, and he said he'd help me, and then blah, blah, blah. And like, that's how it feels though. You know, it's like the pursuit of happiness. Like, it's like you're trying to sell this bone density machine or something,
boy.
you know, in that movie.
Where are we going?
I feel that if I had more resources, I could help more people.
Right.
I have ideas that can make the human race existence within our 100 years better. Period. The paparazzi, whatever perception you have of me, starting with the truth, starting with everyone's
Start
thinking.
with the truth.
Start there. Put some dope with it.
Put some dope shit with it. I agree with him there.
I'm with that. Wow, that's enlightening.
Yeah, this guy's on.
Okay, I'm with you.
Jay is in the building.
I don't know what this has to do with saving the
right now. Yeah. Okay.
See, is he just fucking around
I'm
though?
with you on the truth part.
No, he's insane.
Yeah.
When you say put some dope with it, just give me one example. Just get what the idea is, because maybe somebody watching will give you the money.
Yeah,
we're in a renaissance period. We're in a place of people
Right.
are like multidisciplined artists, like Steve McQueen that directed 12 Years a Slave. He was considered to just be a photographer, but then he won an Oscar. We're not in a place where people can only have one career, one profession.
My
throughout
God,
their
you don't
entire
live in the
life.
real world,
The
dude.
exact
dude.
amount of emotion and color palette and sonics and everything that I put into my music, I
Right.
put them into the shoes.
Oh,
And they worked. You know, people never write, they be like, Kanye's pissing everybody off. Kanye's making so much. They try to position it through the media. In
Is he
some
trying to
way
save the
that I'm
world through
like,
tennis shoes? Is that what he's declaring?
Partly. This is just one of the myriad ideas.
Whatever your friends might say. You know, so we saw Kanye. How was he? Did he like? But I care about people. I care about. My dad lived in homeless shelters less than 5 years ago.
Yeah, because he probably was crazy
To
too.
find out, he's a psych major. My mom was the first Black female chair of the English department at Chicago State University. I was raised to do something, to make a difference.
Ugh.
Dude, I'll just let you know that he goes on for
Nauseating.
about another 2 minutes and never gives her
One example
the one
of
example
dope shit.
of dope shit that's going to save humanity.
I think he's talking about his clothing line. Believe it
Yeah.
or not, I think he's referencing
Referring that.
like T-shirts and tennis shoes.
That's a dude who has no idea that 99% of the people in this country, just regular people going to work every day, trying to make ends meet and raise a regular family and shit. And he's, you know, this guy, the example he uses, a guy who was a filmmaker, thought he was only a photographer. I mean, that's amazing.
It's
right?
genius.
What a
It's genius.
dickhead.
Yeah, it's funny to watch people go off the rails. Like when you see someone who they'll do anything to get there, to reach that moment. They're humble usually. They're thankful for the opportunity. Someone's paying attention to their art, to what they're doing. And then once you throw an unspendable amount of money at someone and let them where they start believing that they're worthy of every time they open their mouth, a microphone is being put in front of it.
People clap. Oh my gosh.
Yes. You know, this ridiculous shit, it should have been booed on the set of the Ellen Show, right? He's talking about saving the world with tennis shoes or something. And people are just like, no, yes. Like, what is that about? Because he's if I went on the Ellen Show and said that exact same shit, they would haul me into a hospital. They would drag me into a hospital, dude. But it's Kanye West, so you just go, oh, wow, no. He's not special.
No.
He's not special. He's not smarter than anybody. He's Kanye West. He makes cool beats on a machine. I make beats on a machine and I rap over them. I call myself Yeezus. That's me. Look at me making colorful tennis shoes. He's like a retard with an unlimited supply of money and crayons. It's unbelievable.
Self-important asshole. It's almost like a caricature or something. Like, wow, this is real life.
Yeah.
Like Idiocracy, some character on Idiocracy.
It's becoming funny to watch these megastars like Michael Jackson, Prince, Kanye West. I think, well, so badly though, but don't have the basics down. Like you'd think that, and Prince is maybe a bad example, but when you think like he didn't have a will, maybe, and it just seems like, dude, there's an empire worth arguably $1 billion sitting there. You would think that someone would be enough on the ball to like make sure, okay, at least that back end is tied up,
right?
So that half of that doesn't go to the government when you drop dead. It's just so weird, but I don't know.
That's really astounding.
As long as they can sell albums and get 20 million people to follow them on Twitter, I suppose.
We're a funny country, man.
Yeah.
We like to be entertained by that shit. We put up with it.
Yeah.
We laugh at the royals in England, right? And how can the English support this shit? We do the same thing. Just with celebrity.
It's weird.
Yeah,
I can't skip past a royal story fast enough.
Yeah.
When I'm reading through papers of the world, like they are constantly throwing, oh my God, the royals, they put out a new baby picture. And I'm just like, fuck them. Like I can't scream, fuck these people fast enough and loud enough.
It's so bizarre, isn't it?
And
these guys are living this life, man. They're of privilege for what?
Why?
So you're in this long lineage of
why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Inbred assholes.
It's just weird.
Yeah. Hey, spring's upon us, and our friends at Zotford and Holly want to celebrate the season with a smoking hot deal for all TDC listeners. Right now, and only at Zotford, you can lease a brand new 16 Ford Escape for only $188 per month for 24 months with zero cash due at signing. There's no better time than the present to dump your busted out, beat down hoopty and upgrade to a sweet new Ford Escape with our friends at Zotford. Surf their stunning deals and massive inventory at Zotford.com.
Now, these ISIS stories are interesting. The commanders who are they're getting really, really pissed off. We killed one of the Al-Qaeda leaders over the week. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not.
One of these drones. Those drones, you can't see those. Those drones are like 1 minute you're just driving down the middle of a cat litter box, and then boom, you're gone. You don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
And there were pictures of this dude. His feet are all melted.
Oh
shit. Yeah. Yeah. He took quite a walloping. He's not going to make it. Him and his buddy, his driver, just got blown to shit. They were saying that this guy was a real problem as far as like trying to get any sort of peace talks going. This guy was a real dickhead, so they were really glad to take him out of all people. But for ISIS's part, they're getting really, really mad at people that are doing what the other side used to do, which was drop all the weapons and just run.
You're kidding.
No, I wouldn't joke about that, Paul. But so any of these commanders who fail their duties are being they're coming up with new and interesting ways to kill these people now, which is awesome. They're killing their own. For some of these people,
but they're sending the message to everybody else. Hey, don't drop your weapons and run.
Right. Fed to dogs this time. Yeah.
Poor proops.
Mm-hmm. The terror group has been tying commanders to trees and allowing dogs to maul them to death.
Man, I'm telling you, dude, there's something about an animal eating me. The notion of that, the idea of, oh my God, he's eating my flesh.
Yeah.
Some animal.
Like when I think of, I know it sounds horrific, but if my choices are beheading, being hit with a surface to air missile from 50 feet or being mauled to death by a dog.
You don't prefer being slowly pulled apart?
Dude, I just picture like, okay, here I am. I'm tied to my pole, right? And I'm just like, ain't this about a bitch?
They probably go dick and balls fairly early too, right?
Monkeys would. I don't know what dogs will do. I imagine dogs would start with like calves and kneecaps. Like you just, and you just get chunks of like knee taken out of
I
you.
bet they go dick and balls fairly early in the process though. They do, man.
And they'd be jumping up and like nipping at your side.
Yeah.
Like that's what dogs do. So that would be like the worst way to go.
Oh yes, it would.
I mean, I really think.
Yeah. How long do you live? Hours
maybe. What if the dogs get full halfway through the job?
Oh God.
And they've taken your dick and balls.
Can I get some more dogs in here, please? Please.
One of them. Can we get a taller dog?
Can I get a lion? Anything?
Finish the job.
Bullet.
Please. No.
Shit.
So they would if they didn't fulfill their duties, that's what the new thing is. So
it sends a message. You gotta admit.
I'd rather go into battle at that
Yes.
point than back away from battle and risk that shit. Experts say ISIS are using the brutal methods of execution to frighten other members into strictly following the rules and commands. ISIS uses any members who are thought to be of no use for the organization to frighten other members. So if they think you're weak or worthless, they'll just, let you get eaten by dogs. Last week was reported 25 people in Mosul had been killed after being lowered into a vat of nitric acid. So they tied these sons of bitches 25 deep, and then they just dipped them into nitric acid.
God, man.
This is a horror film.
These are movie villains.
They were accused of spying. These guys were accused of spying. According to witnesses, they'd been tied together with rope, lowered into a large basin containing nitric acid until their organs dissolved. Do you want to go? I think you want to go head first, right? You don't want to go toes first into that shit, right?
Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way of talking your way off the ledge. I mean, you're going in, it's over. So you might as well go in head first and melt. Meanwhile, over the weekend, they showed this guy being crushed to death with a boulder.
Oh, they got his head against that one boulder. They're about to drop one, aren't they?
Yeah. It makes you think of what's that American, the racist movie? We did a Cliff Notes Theater on it, where they put the guy's teeth on the curb and then what was that?
I don't know.
Not American Graffiti. Shit.
Senior describing, I don't remember.
I think that was the movie. It's the Nazi movie, the racist movie. Anyway, people are screaming at their phones right now hearing this, but yeah, how would you like that?
Smithereenies, right?
Would you rather have a boulder dropped on your head or nitric acid?
Problem is with the acid, you're going to go feet first.
Yeah,
So
they're not going to be cool about it. They're going to put your feet first. I don't know. I don't know what nitric acid would feel like. And God, dude, I mean, we just talked about Eric Kramer having a bullet go through his chin and skull, and he
take
lives.
a few.
You know how many? Right, you boulder on the head, like ouch,
and
still be
who's
laying
to
there.
say they're
Like,
looking to do it all in one suit.
Right.
They're probably not.
assholes, right? Probably
Surface
dropping small boulders.
Surface to air. Do they make small boulders? Those are called rocks. I think if you
There
declare
has
it's
to be
a
different
boulder,
size of boulder.
I mean, I think
What
even,
makes it a boulder?
Well,
even a small boulder is
Bigger
like
than a bread
400
basket?
pounds. Yes, even small boulders can be hundreds of pounds. So
What defines a boulder? You're not going to find a definition of boulder.
I know.
The one thing he starts to look up.
Because I want to know.
Maybe there is some geological definition. Who knows?
I wouldn't be shocked if there was.
I mean, is it bigger than like the circumference of what you can do with your arms, what you can get your arms around?
And how do you do it? Do you get up like above, like on a ledge, and then try to line it up with a head?
I picture a lever pushing a boulder off, and
Okay.
boom. I picture Piggy with the conch, man.
Piggy with the conch?
Yeah.
What
Come
is-
on, man.
Are you serious?
Are you serious
What?
right now? Are you serious?
No, what?
Lord of the Flies, my friend.
I
Never
didn't
had to
watch
read
Lord
that?
of the Flies.
Read.
Yeah, I
Watch.
I didn't read that.
I thought everybody read Lord of
I
the Flies.
thought you, as an American child, you
Yeah,
had to
no.
read Lord of the Flies.
No.
Okay.
I mean, maybe kids in school did.
Yeah, that's true.
But
you missed that month.
Yeah. I don't remember reading that. Is it good?
You should read it now, actually.
Is it the movie the same? Can I get something out of the movie? Didn't Jeff Goldblum star in Lord of the Flies?
No, asshole, that's The Fly.
Oh, The Fly.
It's not Lord of the Rings either.
Oh,
Lord of
shit.
the Flies. Yes, you can watch
I saw
the
The
movie.
Fly and I saw Lord of the Rings. Is that
The movie's not bad, I guess.
Is it?
Yeah, it was made like in the 90s. It's all right.
Okay. Well, anyway, any idea, any sort of definition
definition
of
of
boulder?
boulder.
There might be.
Well,
what's MM stand for as far as weight? I don't know.
Millimeters?
That's not weight, right?
Metric something.
Well, 256. It looks like equals a boulder, according to whatever this looks like a Reddit thing around here. Well,
Maybe you look up dude.
I know. I just saw it. When he asked me is when I first saw that.
I picture like if you were like, you see those videos of people trying to hit a hoop from like way up on a skyscraper and it takes them a bunch of tries to finally, and then they got it.
You think it's like that?
Yeah, I
He's
think it's like
laying there.
that. Like you get up there and the guy's sitting down there and he's laying down with his head there.
Buddies are like, you suck, you cannot hit it.
You cannot hit head. You cannot hit head from there. And they're like, fuck you. And then they throw it over there and maybe they clip a leg or something. It's like, oh yeah, you suck. And then finally when they smash the grape.
Maybe it's just millimeters. Maybe it's just that's the size it has to be.
Dude, millimeters are tiny. You're saying 256 millimeters equals a boulder?
This is just this is just some geo-coaching.
This is the most retarded conversation ever.
I agree.
There's no way a boulder is a 256 millimeter rock.
Well,
I mean, according to this fan page.
God damn it, E.
Fan page. Is there a Boulders fan page?
Well, it's like a message. It's like a message service. Message
What is it,
board.
a Flintstone fan
message
page?
Board. Here, wait a minute. Here's something possibly. Difference between rocks and boulders.
Please tell us.
Here it is. Boulder defined. Webster's defines a boulder as a large, detached, round, or worn mass of rock.
Doesn't help, Webster's.
There's nothing
large and detached means absolutely
I'm
nothing.
looking at this. There says nothing of size here. So
Way to go, Webster.
That's bullshit. Large detached rock. Well, no shit.
We all agree it's bigger than a rock.
Yes, and much bigger than a pebble.
Okay.
Sure.
So you got pebble, rock, boulder.
Sure.
And then
would you go pebble, gravel, rock, boulder? Can we agree on that?
I think I would go
Actually,
gravel, pebble.
On the one thing I was looking at, it looks like it goes pebble, rock, stone, boulder.
Oh. Okay. I can agree with that.
All right.
Solved. Thank you, E. Good work.
Look at his poops.
Oh, he looks baked.
Look at Bubba the poops.
He looks baked.
Yeah. I'm running with the wrong crowd.
Oh no.
Or the right
What'd he do?
This son of a bitch. He was rescued during a drug bust. It was found with heroin, meth, and nicotine in his little wee system. Oh man.
So let me get this straight. He gets off scot-free, right? Everybody's like, oh, give the Proops a break. He's a hardcore thug, man. Don't let him off like that.
Dude, he's wearing gang colors.
He is. He's a blood.
He's got a Bloods bandana around his neck. Yep, I got mixed in with the wrong crowd early in my life. Poor son of a bitch. Bubba's his name. He was found in a motel room after officers arrested Josh West, who was on parole for drug violations. They tested Bubba's urine after he appeared hammered.
He does look hammered.
He's sitting there, his eyes are closed. He's like, fuck you, Pete.
He's a malfeasant.
Yeah, he is. And the dog, they said he was tested positive for heroin.
Why does he get a free pass on this?
I don't know. He's recovering at a drug addiction rehab center right now.
Then what? Then
trying
everybody
to get my life back together.
Yeah.
Become a productive member of society.
Yeah, then some Beth out there. Oh, poor Proops, and gonna adopt him. He's gonna get this great new life.
Yeah.
The son of a bitch is a malfeasant, just like his buddy, man's best friend, right?
Yeah. Bubba was taken in by the Orange County Animal Control. His tox results showed he was actually under the influence when they hauled him in. I don't know if they cuffed him or not. I'm not sure what the problem was, but the police lieutenant there, Bob Wright, said, this is the first time we've ever heard of someone reporting that an animal has been under the influence. According to the Facebook page, Bubba's been being treated for his drug addiction. He's doing great.
He's a little guy, too.
I'm just trying to get through the program, one day at a time and all that. Just trying to come out the other side. Poor son of a bitch.
Got problems just like everybody else.
Yeah, he's expected to make a full recovery.
He's a little guy, dude. You wouldn't think you'd be able to give him any level of drug without just
killing him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? He had heroin in his system.
Heroin and meth. And he apparently smoked cigarettes.
Jeez.
Built up quite a tolerance over the years. Just taking it one day at a time now. Poor guy. Anyway, you want to take a quick time out?
Before we do, mention Amazon. Please use our Amazon link on our
Yes.
website, DetroitCast.com. Great way to donate to the show. You can find pretty much everything on Amazon, right?
Or donate.
There is very little Amazon doesn't
Amazon.
have.
Or
Amazon.
donate. See our donate button on the website as well. And
Yeah,
just go ahead
that's-
and give us some clean, cold cash if you prefer.
Yeah, it's easy way to do it. It's been very helpful to have that outlet for us. So we'll take a quick time out and tell you about this woman who supposed to give birth. Didn't quite work out, and some proops paid for it. We'll explain that. And the Gay Men's Chorus out of San Diego. Boy, are they outraged today. We'll do that and more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
Hey, it's Steve Gabarra, the general manager at Zod Ford and Holly. We're closer than you think, and we have deals that do not stink. Zod Ford at I-75 and exit 98 is the only place you can lease the all-new 2016 Ford F-150 Super Crew four-wheel drive for $188 a month. That's correct. Zod Ford has F-150 Super Cruise for just $188 per month. Check out our obnoxious deals and massive inventory at zotford.com. That's SZOTT.
Detroitcast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
All right. Welcome back to the Detroitcast. Mike and Jay.
So, hey, how old's your dad? Would he turn?
Why?
Just wondering.
How old do you think he turned?
Definitely not 100.
Do you know how old he is?
Let's see.
This is a big one.
60?
I'm gonna
65? I don't know. How old are you? Yeah, he's got to be more than 60. What am I talking about? 70.
69.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a good one, right?
69.
Anyway, we got a couple videos to show you that people love sending us videos, and sometimes I click on them, and you were looking at one, I think, on Deadspin.
Yeah, this one kind of cracked me up.
Which I just want. The only reason I want to play it is I want it as a drop.
Well, I love bears. Number one, it's the
dude.
hips.
Someone posted a video the other day that I saw, maybe on Facebook, of a bear just walking down like a fence line, and these guys are laughing their asses off. And this bear, I swear to God, it's one of those where you're like, is that a dude in a bear suit?
Right.
And then you look to the hips, and it's like, no, that's a son of a bitch.
The hips are a dead giveaway.
And he's
the
just,
length of the torso and then the hips.
I'm amazed by their posture. Their posture. I mean, they're such proud bears, and this son of a bitch is walking like this.
Just sticking it out. He's leading with the
Couldn't
panoos.
be proud. He's just full on, and he's walking down this fence line, not a care in the world. And these guys are filming him like,
I love bears.
This is awesome. Look at his poops. He's so great. It's so great. But
well, this
one
is a
guy-
bear out in the wild, and this is like a guy, according to his tweet, went hiking and saw a bear, and this is what happened. It's really short.
Yeah.
So he's filming it in portrait, unfortunately.
Idiot.
Don't understand.
It's a fucking bear! No! Oh shit, it's right there.
So he spots a bear on a rock, and he's perched upon a rock.
It's a raging river.
It's a steadily moving stream, like raging river. Really,
I'd say that's pretty white water rapidish.
yeah. There's some white
that's
water.
that's
there.
not that's hardly a stream, sir. Let's be fair.
But would you react like this when the bear jumps in? So the bear's trying to get to the other side. He sees a log
I
about
would-
15 feet away, and the bear makes a jump for it, and he goes right into the river, and that's what freaks the guy out.
So what did the guy post? He thought the bear
Yeah,
died.
What'd he say? E?
I don't know. I don't know what he said. I assumed you're right though. I assumed he thought he was dead.
Yeah, I thought-
So I went hiking today, and I thought that this bear died for a second.
Which he did,
Clearly
which is
baked.
which,
Clearly
yeah,
baked.
Yeah, he's definitely high.
Nobody reacts. Nobody reacts
Sounds
like that.
he sounds a touch like the double rainbow.
Right.
He sounds a little bit like that guy to me if you listen.
Because all of us, we don't know.
Sorry.
We don't know exactly how a bear reacts in the wild and how he would move through that stream. So all of us, I think our heart would sink for a moment, like, oh shit, did he?
Yeah.
But we wouldn't. Ah! It's crazy.
It's a fucking bear! No! Oh shit, it's right there.
Oh, okay, he's okay. Good.
Cool, dude.
I mean, at least it's better that he actually cares, I suppose, than the other way. Like,
He sure does care.
Yeah, that's interesting. The other one, I don't know what it is about old men fighting, but someone sent me a video of a couple old men going fisticuffs, and I think they put it to music of like an old video game, like Mortal Kombat or something.
Okay.
One of those. So that's kind of dumb, and I don't have the original, but
Oh boy, they are old.
yeah, look at these poops.
Do we know where this is?
I don't know, outside some hospital or something. There's so many questions. All right, you got this shit, dude. Ooh.
How's the guy just walk by that and not even watch?
It's one of my many questions.
Here comes another old guy. Oh! The third guy goes down.
Three of them are on the ground now.
God, you lose a lot of your balance, don't you?
He throws a hook and then boom, down he goes.
Dude. You can't even kick someone and stay on your own feet.
Any chance this is over some tail?
Could be.
It's either money or tail, right?
Yeah. What else could it be? I mean, you're not bitching about the meatloaf at this point, right? You're letting shit like that go.
It's money or tail.
Yeah.
And they are having it out.
There's some bird in that hospital that's looking out the window going,
Mildred.
Not over me, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Please. She's thrilled though. She's honored.
Please stop.
Yeah. What's up with this guy?
Yeah, young guy, maybe 35 to 45 years old, just walking through it. Doesn't even want to watch.
Like, that's the thing. Even if you
It's the
don't
one
care.
thing, right? Do you care enough to break it, guys, gentlemen? Please,
Yeah.
You know,
there's more than one Mildred to go around.
Right. I'll hook you up with Henrietta.
Gertrude's a whore too.
But he just walks right through it, man.
And he sees it. He peers over his shoulder. He notices the brawl is going
You have
down.
zero compassion, so you don't have any interest. You don't have curiosity.
And
you lack
old
compassion
bags
and
fighting.
curiosity. How do you walk by that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's possible.
I could be on my way. I don't even know. There's nothing I could be on my way. Like, you're like, oh, maybe he's running late. I don't care what I'm doing.
You got 2 more minutes,
I've got
right?
2 more minutes.
You have to see how this plays
I
out.
could be on my way
You
to the
can't.
hospital for my son being born.
You're
and
watching
I'm
an ass
this guy.
whooping, and what, 80-year-old ass whooping?
Yeah,
That
probably
range,
a
right?
couple
I
80-year-olds.
mean, if Bob is 69, he's got to be 80 to 85.
Yeah. It's amazing how many times the guy on the left goes down. I mean, he's on the pavement a
He's
lot.
relentless, though.
These guys, they throw a punch and it takes them down.
Yeah.
Like the puncher.
Yes,
Not,
yes.
Like the
Zero balance. That's my takeaway from this. You lose all balance.
dude, if I were to be the guy on the left and be knocked down, I'm a turtle. I'm on my back and I can't get up. I mean, I need help. And this guy, this son of a bitch, gets back to his feet numerous times.
He kicks on the ground and then he falls down. He kicks him and he falls down.
Yeah, it's remarkable.
It's not worth it, gentlemen. Not worth it.
Shit. I guess you don't know, but
yeah. Anyway, one of my favorite videos. The other one that's going around like crazy is the Chewbacca mask.
I've not seen this.
Holy shit. Facebook has some new, like, I don't know if they're going after the, what is the Periscope crowd where you can Facebook Live and shoot video that goes to all your friends or whatever. And she did one of those. Her name is Candace Payne. And she's wearing a Darth Vader t-shirt here or Death Star t-shirt there. And she filmed herself wearing this, the mask of Chewbacca that she bought in a Kohl's.
Okay.
And it's kind of funny. It's been viewed over 133 million times now.
Oh my God.
On Facebook. She's absolutely gone viral as shit with this. It's the most viewed video on Facebook's new live streaming thing ever.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's called the Simple Joys in Life. So she puts on the mask, and I had E take it to about 2 minutes into the video.
And I understand we can't watch the whole thing, but it actually, if anyone gets a chance, it is funny to watch the whole thing. But
yeah,
video.
She's a mom, and she's like, yeah, my birthday's coming up, so I bought this mask. My kids are gonna steal it from me. Like, that's her whole setup. And then she takes it out of the box and puts it on, and it's one of these that the mask makes Chewbacca sounds, and it cracks her up.
E, you can do a Chewbacca, right?
No, I cannot do it. Yeah, you can. No, I cannot. I can't roll my tongue.
Come on.
I cannot roll.
You got this, E.
That's great.
Yeah,
okay.
It's kind of more of a cum
It was
gurgle, but-
better than he's done before, though. Give him that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you're getting better at it. You don't give yourself credit. I understand you're down on yourself. It's a symptom of depression. E, I get it. But that was
He's
better.
very down the last 2 days.
I am not depressed. I'm actually very.
Oh, no,
Something
but you
happened over
are.
the weekend. He'll talk when he's ready. He'll talk when he's ready.
I had an amazing weekend. It's one of the better ones I've had in a while.
Something happened.
Nothing happened.
Play this for Jay. I think Jay.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Farley?
naturally. Okay, here we go. So, yes. Now watch when my mouth actually moves. That's not me making that noise. It's the mask. Here, listen. Oh, I'm such a happy Chewbacca! worth every penny.
It's contagious.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jeez, lady.
I can't stop. Oh, I gotta stop. Okay. Oh my god. I kind of want to drive around like this. Oh. Okay, now I'm gonna let Chewbacca talk here.
Mask is sweet, man.
Isn't that kind of sweet? The mouth moves when you move your jaw. This idiot was on Good Morning America this morning.
Oh my god.
Best birthday present ever to myself. Wow. Oh my goodness.
That's awesome.
This is a funny dude to me. That side.
That side one, it looks so ridiculous.
Right there.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a sweet mask. So I'm sure most people have seen that video, but that mask is only $18. It's on clearance at Kohl's. If you're interested.
But they're selling like hotcakes now.
Yeah, that's the best thing that could have ever happened to that mask.
Greatest advertisement. I guarantee that thing's flying off the shelves with as much play as that video is getting over the weekend.
I hadn't even heard of it until that video.
Really?
No, not the mask.
No,
Not a mask.
yeah, me either. I know they're doing those masks like crazy. I have one upstairs of
Vader.
Bobo Fett.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. I have the Bobo Fett one upstairs, right?
God.
You've seen that, right?
Yes, I have. Does that talk?
They didn't have a trooper one. Well, the antenna goes up on Bobo Fett. That goes up.
You're baiting me. You're baiting me.
Yeah.
I'm not
If they
gonna
had a
bite. I'm not going to
trooper
bite.
All right. But the Bobo Fett one is upstairs if you want to play with it at all, if you want to see it. But that Chewy one is badass.
Heck yeah.
I dig that. Before the break, I mentioned this isn't funny. It's not funny. I just caught a glimpse of another story.
Oh, okay.
But this woman killed her husband's puppy to fake a miscarriage.
Ah,
man, hey, poor poops. What is with these crazy fake pregnancy women?
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's just like.
And then you mix it with this crazy "I'm going to kill your dog" thing, and this is what you get.
Yeah, that's right out of what is it? The Boiling of the Rabbit.
Oh yeah, the Michael Douglas movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
One of the most
Fatal
iconic
Attraction
movies. Yeah, of all
Is it
time.
Fatal Attraction?
Yes. Glenn Close.
Oh, I hated Glenn Close.
Horribly cast in that movie. Don't you think?
Not hot enough, you mean?
Oh, she was gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
You hated her though.
Yeah, but
she was good enough.
No, she wasn't.
Dude, she was good enough where it was like, okay, you can see the guy banging her on the side and then wants to get away from her. She was good enough for that. If she would have just been a smoking hot 10, you're like, nah.
I guess you're right.
But as a side piece that he doesn't want to be with anymore, it's just doable.
Gross.
Yes, lady.
Dude, you've never seen Fatal Attraction?
I wasn't a fan of her hair.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah,
she was so psycho in that too.
Yeah, you'll hate her in that movie. Oh, you want to kill her? She boils the kid's rabbit. Sorry, I have to ruin the end of it for you.
Yeah, I really haven't seen it, so maybe I was going to.
So this lady pretends she's pregnant for 7 months. Johnny Parker returned home to his mobile home in Alabama.
She's just getting fat, just enjoying getting fat,
I guess. He finds his wife Anita covered in blood and body tissue on their bed, and she's like, "Oh my God, I had a miscarriage!" And then she flushed it down the toilet. Oh God! When they got
where's my puppy?
When they got to the
I feel
hospital,
sad. I need a hug from my puppy.
So he takes his fine woman to the hospital, and the doctors are like, "Yeah, Johnny, can we have a word?" And they pull him into the next room, and they're like,
"Yeah, it's better off. You were about to have a baby with a snout."
Yeah, they're like, tests are showing us that she was never pregnant. So whatever you want to do with that information is
He's
yours.
like, "What about the tissue all over her body?"
Yeah, not our concern. She was never pregnant. Peace. We're out of here. And so the doctors left him alone. When he returned to his trailer, his 8-month-old Chihuahua.
Oh, not a Chihuahua.
Nowhere. And I mean,
are you kidding me?
Nowhere.
Freaking Chihuahua. He did this to a.
I know. She.
Cha-cha-cha.
I'm a cha-cha-cha chihuahua. I'm the smallest dog in town. I never have to walk because they
Do we have video of
carry me
him
around.
talking in the
When
newsy
I am a
outside his
puppy,
trailer?
I'm no bigger than a cup. And I get no bigger even when I am grow up. Cha-cha-cha.
Go ahead,
I'm
E.
a cha-cha-cha chihuahua. Everybody think I'm cute. I can feel
Hold
it
on,
through a
man.
handbag or the pocket of a suit.
That's killed.
Think I'm getting sleepy. It's siesta time, you know. I'm a cha-cha-cha chihuahua.
Hold on, man. Shit, that's killed. No, I can't.
A Lawrence County woman is facing animal cruelty charges after
Does
police
several
say
more
she
times than
confessed
this. That
to
was-
killing her
Does he?
husband's Chihuahua and using the dog's
A
blood
what?
to help her fake a pregnancy and stage a
Chihuahua.
miscarriage.
What's that?
Jake
I don't know.
Moran visited the home where it all happened. Well, guys, I spoke to Johnny Parker. It was his dog that was brutally killed, his estranged wife who faked the miscarriage, and his mind that's in utter disbelief right now.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
You can't have all do something like that. No way.
The last 36 hours have been an emotional roller coaster for Johnny Parker. It started Thursday afternoon when he thought his wife was about to give birth.
She called me right before I got to the store to get gas and said that she was
Right before I
cramping
got to
real
the
bad.
store.
She's gonna have to call 911.
When Johnny returned home, he found his wife, Anita Parker, covered in blood. Anita said she had a miscarriage and flushed her stillborn baby down the toilet. So they went to the
Give a
hospital.
shot of the toilet.
Johnny received a confusing
pretty
bit of
grim
news from
toilet,
the
too.
doctor.
Grave
And they
FYI.
tell me that, she wasn't pregnant. Never has been pregnant.
Johnny thought for the past 7 months his
That's gotta
wife was carrying a baby boy.
Sends me pictures of the ultrasound. It's a little boy. I guess she pushed her belly out all the time because it looked like, to me, she was.
But it was all a lie.
Yeah, just fat.
Anita Parker then left the hospital with a relative.
You just had a
while
fat ass
Johnny
girlfriend.
returned
That's all.
home,
Yeah.
where his 8-month-old Chihuahua had mysteriously gone missing.
I got looking for my chihuahua, man. She found it in the garbage. Well, the strange woman had gutted the dog and used the blood all over my bed and stuff. Like she had a miscarriage. Told him she flushed the 7-month-old baby down the toilet. Ain't no way.
Anita Parker is in a Lawrence County jail cell.
What did that man do to deserve this?
Yeah, poor Chihuahua.
It's this enormous guy, like a big burly guy, talking about his little chihuahua.
This tiny Chihuahua.
Who would do that?
I would do such a thing.
Jay, can you answer me? What is the end game for these?
I don't know.
These fake
I don't know.
pregnancy women. I mean, is it that you always have the out of miscarriage, crazy miscarriage? I mean, like, what are you gaining from that? Do you treat women different when they're pregnant? Do you like coddle them and like, oh my God, I'm here for
Dude,
you,
I
whatever you
don't-
need? Like, is that the game? Is it like, oh my
It's
God, I'm
just a
getting all this attention?
Freebie
or-
time to get fat. I don't know.
It's always fat with you, as if people don't like that woman can't just get fat as shit in her trailer. She needs a fake pregnancy to get out of
I think
shape.
she's in the clear.
Come on, man. She's living in an Alabama mobile home, Jay. You don't think she can get huge on her own? She needs a fake pregnancy to justify this?
Great point.
Stop it.
I don't know. It's a severe psychological issue. I don't know what goes into that. That's
It's a rhetorical.
weird,
I don't expect you to answer that question. I'm just throwing that out there to the folks listening. Just like, what is the end game? Like, there's got to be like a reveal at the end.
Yeah.
It's got to be a big bummer at the end. You
Got to
can't.
be a point where you either squeeze out a baby or you spread Chihuahua all over you.
And it seems like that story didn't need the dead Chihuahua. It seems like you could go, oh my God, I made it to the bathroom. I was taking a dump. And then all of a sudden,
She did go an extra step, didn't she? Try to
Yeah.
sell this.
yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, didn't she realize, by the way? I mean, when she went to the hospital, they were going to be able to tell that that's the mistake. She needed to just be like, well, crazy. I'm good enough.
Yeah, she's insane. I have a feeling Clyde would have believed her had she had Chihuahua blood on her or not, right?
Absolutely.
Or whatever his name is.
His name was Johnny Parker.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird because she was he was like, yeah, I wanted to go to the hospital every time she went to get an ultrasound, and she would never let him go.
Mm-hmm.
And wouldn't that be a tip off if like every time Gab was going to get and you were like, oh, I want to go, hon?
a little
She's
weird.
like, no, absolutely under no circumstances are you coming with me to the hospital.
It's a little weird, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. She's just Google image searching, fetuses.
I wonder if she was
ultrasound
inspired
photos.
at all by the puppy-like nature of the fetus. Have you ever noticed when you look at a human fetus, there is a period after the zygote stage where it starts
Yeah.
to look like a puppy.
Yeah, like a Snoopy.
Yeah, sort of snout like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wonder if that inspired her. Like, yeah,
maybe. Do you think she went to this extent just to kill this dog? I mean, the dog was 8 months old. She's 7 months pregnant. Do you think she just hated this fucking dog and this was her out to get rid of it?
Boy, that's pretty extravagant.
It's a stretch. I know.
I mean, anything's
dude,
possible.
And if you're going to do that, why do you like she like ripped the dog apart?
Go get some ketchup and I don't know.
Yeah,
you know,
seems like he's easy.
Fake Johnny. You fake Johnny out for 8 months now. I think you could. Throw some tomato paste on and.
Yeah, it seems like there were easier ways to make this believable on her end.
Yeah, I don't know why Pepe had to suffer.
Yeah, poor Chihuahua. Anyway, the story I was laughing at there, I got sent this, I don't know, 50 times over the weekend. And people immediately were saying, oh my God, Mike, this is for you for when you guys do your marathon and Gab can push you in the stroller.
It's an adult-sized stroller.
It does look fun as shit, doesn't it?
It does. Look at the big wheels on that thing. Looks comfy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What a life just being pushed around.
Yeah, I don't think
pushes that though. The lady next to him, like tending to him. There's an adult sitting in a huge stroller, and a lady is kind of like helping hook him up, and she's on a little step stool. Like, how do you even reach the bar to push it? You need a gorilla or something.
I don't know.
I don't know what I expected when you were talking about this, but I don't know why. It just didn't.
It's not motorized, is it?
No, it's not.
I mean,
which would be awesome if it was.
Because Gab would have to be like hands over her head the whole time running.
I can't stop looking at it.
Yeah, it's awesome. I know she's on a step ladder.
Could
Jay.
Gab even reach the bar to push while she's running?
Not a chance. Well, no, she could jump up and touch it, but I don't think she could reach it. I don't think it's the company that makes it is Contours. I guess that I don't know. Maybe you would know. They make strollers, and this is their. It's a baby gear brand designed to an exact adult size replica is what this is. So they made basically their top selling stroller adult size, and it's under the guise of babies can't tell you how comfortable the stroller is. So we made one that you can now get in and you can see how comfy it is for the kid.
Are you kidding me? That's what it's for?
Yes. And the fact is, I've never once in my life heard a baby or a baby when it got older complaining about the stroller it was in as a child.
Nor have I. No.
Have you ever?
You're right. You're exactly right.
I mean, I didn't realize this is something we were debating about. I mean, show me the one child that goes, oh my God, when I was 6 months old, my parents had this really, really awkward, uncomfortable feeling stroller.
The umbrella strollers look pretty uncomfortable, but the main, the main strollers, they always look comfy. They've got enough padding and shit. You wouldn't look at that and go, oh, well, this isn't. It's just a PR move, Mike.
I mean, back when we were in strollers, didn't we just have the cloth thing with a couple side holes for your legs to slip through? And they just push you around in this piece of shit. I mean, it was just a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's like an umbrella stroller. It folds up like an umbrella stroller.
Yes, yes. And nowadays, I mean, they're hundreds of dollars.
Dude, big time.
Yeah.
It's all in the ball bearings, too.
Is it really?
Yeah, there's some that just glide.
Yeah. I see people running with them.
Yep.
They jog and they get their
Dude, I was at a store, by the way, over the weekend where the buckle, by the way, I don't know what a kid was doing in the buckle, but he was away from his parent, and it was like an older boy pushing his much younger baby in a stroller, just hitting me repeatedly and telling me that if you don't get moving, I'm going to hit you.
What?
And I'm like trying to buy.
So the mom's like trying on her 80 pairs of jeans and shit?
Guess, dude. I started looking around and there's an
Did you think about hip checking him even just
yes, there was an employee who was helping me out too. And like, we were both in a situation because these days more than ever, heaven forbid, I had done something.
I would have started with a verbal threat.
Would you?
Yeah, I would not have gone physical, but I would have gone, listen, you little shit.
I would have tried to work up a fart and just dusted him. Just walked right by his head.
Yeah.
And just not verbally say anything, hope for a silent but violent one of those ones, and just fucking floor him.
You can usually affect those little guys with just a look.
Yeah,
and maybe
I've done that before.
Fucker, you little shithead.
I've done that before, but wouldn't that be nice to just kind of saddle up next to him and just kind of back up nicely and just
You just go, poopy, mommy, Johnny went poopy.
And then just as soon as you let it out, just kind of stroll away and let him deal with that. Whatever the fallout is.
You're right.
It's on him to explain to mom now what happened. I'm gone. I'm 3 stores down. It's over.
Both those are possibilities. Jay's right. I probably should have gave him some. But
Instead of kicking him, did you kick him?
No, I didn't do anything. But like I said,
you didn't do anything. You're so, dude.
Come on,
man, stand up for yourself.
I looked at him, and then I kind of looked at the employee, and my point was going to be is that I think in this, day, there's probably a time when even the employee might say, "Hey, where's your mom?" But like now, it just seems like everyone's so worried. Like heaven forbid, the employee might have said something, suggested that this kid was out of line.
You mean the 16-year-old girl working there?
The time was
oh my god, you look awesome in those jeans.
Right, it was actually a guy at the time, but luckily we ended up.
Hey bro, what you in here for, man? Kinda. Can I get you a pair of jeans?
Kinda.
You look kick ass in those. That guy?
Yeah, kinda.
Can you do this move, Jay? Would this work? Say you're trying on your fancy jeans and Gabas, and your I don't know 3-year-old is in the store being a menace, just being an asshole, wants me out of the way. If I circled back and just as I'm going by, dropped a knee in his back, sent him, I mean, careening into a thing of shirts, and then just. As soon as I plant a knee in his back and send him 8 feet into the rack, just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and try to pick him up. Oh my god, I didn't even see you there.
You know who tried to do that? The teacher who got fired about a month ago for pushing that kid. Remember? We showed it on video. The teacher that pushed the kid in the back.
Well, you got to sell it. You can't just go. You couldn't go up to behind this kid.
There's cameras everywhere. You better do a good job, man.
I think I could. I think I could. Like if I got my phone out, looked like I was looking at my phone, and then just as I'm walking by, just bang, knee right to the middle, small of his back.
Yeah.
Because that's going to send him flying. I mean, it really is. And then as long as I really sell it, like, oh my God, you poor thing, are you okay? And
you want to go through that whole
sobbing,
thing, comforting a child. Acting
well,
like
if he's that big of a dick, yeah, at least until another adult can get there and take over. But I mean, initially,
you got your shot in.
Yeah, which is all I wanted to do. Make him think about it a little bit.
I think you'd have to, oh my God, are you little fucker? Oh, are you okay? Are you little fucking asshole?
What you get, you son of a bitch.
You
yeah.
Fuck.
It would be the double message. It had to be nuanced.
Yeah.
And
it'd be a tough sell because you'd have to really get right in his ear. You little fuck. How did that feel right in the small of your back? Oh my God, you little angel, are you okay? Yeah, you ever fucking so much as look at me again, I will fucking end you.
See,
I will fucking end you.
You're right.
Why did we come up with multiple myriad solutions within a minute and you couldn't figure this out?
It's not that I couldn't figure it out.
Figure it out. You stood there and took it. Like a big 38-year-old pussy.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't wait. I want Mike to be in the exact. I want Mike to do what he
this
just
guy
told
is
me.
such a total
Mike came up
pussy.
with a
It's
solution.
stunning.
While Grayson is pushing Braden into your ass.
I want to see Mike do that.
You can't come up with a solution.
Mike, no, it didn't. It was more than a minute long, and I don't believe that Mike could pull that off anyway.
Well, I could. You don't know that I haven't, and I would.
I don't believe that you have, or that you could.
I would end it by just going. You so much as tell one fucking soul about this, I will murder your whole fucking family. All of them where they sleep, including your fucking dog.
See, that's a good move. That's a good move.
Here's the problem though. He's not even going to be able to retell a story because he's in the middle of that horror scream that kids get into where they're like
silent at first,
yeah,
mouth open, silent.
Yeah, he's trying to process. I will kill your whole fucking family! I will murder them all where they sleep! Mommy! Are you okay, sweetheart? Oh, can we get some help over here? I'll fucking kill you!
Mom comes running out with her $140 jeans on.
The fly open.
Yeah.
Yeah, with her bedazzled ass. Oh, my sweetheart. I guarantee, though, that kid never fucks with someone bigger than him or older than him.
It's probably a good lesson that you should learn now. But instead of taking that opportunity, it takes a village. We're raising these kids as a village. You just took it.
I just took
total
it,
pussy.
And you didn't do that kid any favors.
You left it for the next guy.
Right. Yeah, I guess.
You're just hoping an adult somewhere along the line comes down the pike that
sends an appropriate message.
Exactly. Like Jay would do, like I would do.
Yeah, okay. I really, really hope that you end up in that exact. But I was like, I won't be able to believe you. I won't be able to believe you. I'll need to see it to believe
you don't think I'm going to scream into a toddler's ear that I'll murder his whole family where they sleep?
That.
Well,
I don't believe
you don't know me that well then, because I will.
Well, we have screamed at a toddler before, so I guess that's not. You all have. So.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say about Zot 40?
I do. Goddamn, no self-conscious.
Oh boy.
As I think you have all seen on YouTube, I basically suck at my job. However, my friends at Zot Ford, for some mysterious reason, continue to keep me employed there. So please do us both a favor and head down to I-75 on the exit 98 and take advantage of the stupidly great lease right now. And only if you tell them Big E sent you. Until the end of May, you can lease a brand new 16 Ford Edge for just $272. What is it? $272.
Come on, Big E. Is that all you got?
With zero cash due. Yep, a new Edge for just $272 with zero cash.
I don't like him, his giant head, or his beady little eyes.
Check out their retarded deals and massive inventory at Zotford.
The blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
Doll's eyes.
Lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eyes.
You got to see this video. There's some serious outrage in San Diego today.
Oh no.
Yeah. The Padres have been accused of homophobia. The Padres as an organization.
Oof.
That's tough, man. After the recorded voice of a woman singing the national anthem was played when it should have been sung by the San Diego Gay Men's Choir.
What? I don't get it.
100 volunteer singers, there they are on the field there, were singers from the San Diego Gay Men's Chorus had stepped onto the field to sing the national anthem ahead of the game versus the Dodgers over the weekend. They were forced to stand on the field. Someone in the press box hit play on a national anthem being sung by a chick. Here's the video of it. Here you go, E. So these gay guys are all out here to sing the anthem.
Out there in center field.
Mm-hmm. Boy, are they. Now they think they got family and friends in the stands.
It's definitely not a group of gay men.
I'm expecting them to start going,
Yeah.
This isn't us. This isn't us. Why is nobody flitting about?
Yeah. There
What's
should
going on
be flitting about.
Very respectable gay men standing there just taking
hands on hips.
This is bullshit.
Should be turning. Should be.
It should be taking place. The sense they're like, all right, guys, good job, let's go, and then shuffle them off the field. And so this whole gay choir's like, fuck, man, our family and friends are here to see us.
As if they were going to try to pull that off, right? Clearly a mistake, right? Somebody hit play.
Well, that's the debate now.
Come on.
Was this a mistake?
You're not going to go, here's the Gay Men's Choir, and then play what is clearly a single woman's voice.
Yeah.
You're not going to do that.
I wouldn't
and try to pull that off.
I wouldn't think so.
You cannot pull wool that heavily.
That would be the greatest tomfoolery.
Shenanigans.
Ever. Oh, absolute shenanigans. So, yeah. Good job, gentlemen.
Well, why did we even come?
Jesus Christ. Gross, by the way.
No. We don't want to shame anybody. We don't want to put anybody on the spot. If it looks funny, we go over and say,
Yeah, so they were livid about this. The Padres apologized for the error hours later, writing, "This evening during the pregame ceremony, a mistake was made in Petco Park control room that prevented the Gay Men's Choir from performing the national anthem as scheduled. We apologize and all that shit to anyone at the ballpark who may have been offended. We've reached out to the chorus to express our deep regret at this error."
What's with a Gay Men's Choir anyway? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, whatever. Nothing. It's just odd. Like,
yeah.
Why not just a men's choir?
Yeah.
Are there? I assume there's non-gay men who sing in choirs. No, is that pushing it?
That might be a stretch. I'm not sure.
So maybe why the word "gay" in front of it? It's just kind of redundant.
Yeah.
Men's choir. Men's choir.
The chorus slammed Padres afterwards. They're furious about this. What should have been a night of joy and celebration at Petco Park last night instead turned into a nightmare, raising serious questions about homophobia within the Padres organization and its relationship to the community, the LGBTQ community.
RSTUV.
Yes. No attempt was made to stop the recording and start over. No announcement of apology was made to the singers or their friends and families in the stands. No attempt to correct the situation occurred other than to force the 100 men to stand in the spotlight at center field for the song's duration and then be escorted off the field with the heckles of baseball fans shouting homo taunts, including, "You sing like a girl."
You sing like a singularly voiced girl.
Dude, now to claim that that's a homo slur, I think is quite a stretch. That's a funny joke.
It would be just like if I stood out there as a solo artist and they played a woman's voice.
And you walked off.
You sing like a girl. Oh,
I would run up the railing to get first baseline. So as you were coming close, I could go, "You sing like a girl!" Like you want to be the first to deliver that line.
Yes.
The only guy can deliver that line, and then we all have a good laugh, and then we're on our way. Has nothing to do with your sexual orientation, though. No. None. This incident followed several days of troubling comments and behavior within the Padres organization. 3 days before the game, I guess they were like, yeah, guys, you need a ticket to the game. If you're going to come in here and sing the national anthem,
Gross.
yeah, you need to buy a ticket to the game. And they're like, we're not buying a ticket. We didn't even want to stay for the game.
Yeah.
We hate baseball. Even though it has sticks and balls, we still hate this game. And so they were like, finally, they ironed that out. And they're like, fine, you can come in and do the... Yeah, you can come on the field. You can
100 of them,
guys. You can come on the field. You don't need to buy a ticket to the game to come on the field, sing the anthem, and then beat it. So they're like, and eventually was rescinded. Blah, blah, blah. We call it Wake Up of Gay Men with the purpose of denigrating and or ridiculing gay men. We also call upon the City of San Diego City Attorney's Office and the City of San Diego Human Relations Commission to independently investigate this incident to determine if members of the Padres organization engaged in activity in violation of the San ordinance. I believe it's important to work together with the Padres organization to build bridges within the community rather than burn them down as happened last night.
That's really astounding.
We are very disappointed with the Padres' brief 2-sentence statement at 9:37 p.m. on Saturday, which did not appropriately address the gravity of this situation.
Get over it,
dude. I know. I kind of feel bad for him. You know, that would suck, dude.
Yeah, it'd be embarrassing.
It'd be embarrassing.
It's like, why did I come here? Why did I go out into center field and stand there?
Yeah. I don't know what the meeting with the leaders, like if they had done something like, I find it very hard to believe that a Major League Baseball organization would go, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring a gay men's choir. Stay with me. Settle down. Settle down. Stay with me.
No, we're going to embarrass them.
We're going
to just wait.
Okay,
we're going to embarrass the shit out of them.
Oh, these guys want to butt fuck each other. Well, we're going to butt fuck them something awful.
Okay.
Hang tight.
Okay.
We're going to bring them in here, get them into center field.
They're going to think they're about to sing the anthem.
We'll set up microphones and everything in front. It'll be a gas. As soon as they go to start their singing, we're going to hit a tape of a female singing and then just let them hang out there. It'll be a fucking riot. And everyone's like, hell yeah.
Oh, I'll show them to suck dick.
I find it very hard to believe that meeting ever took place inside the organization. I don't know why you wouldn't just stop the tape and go, oh.
Yeah, I don't get
that. Was odd. That's the only part that feels like, but they're obviously so sensitive to.
Yeah, poor judgment by whoever was at the controls. But come on, guys, clearly a mistake.
Yeah,
fellas, can't we be friends?
They've posted this, so now the whole community is rallying like, this is an outrage. And I just, I hate the outrage. I mean, this does suck. This incident sucks, but I just don't think it's as malicious as they want. Maybe I'm wrong and it's totally malicious and that meeting that we just described took place. Who knows? But find that hard to believe. Anyway. And then Facebook is under fire. And we've kind of run into issues.
Did they mess with the Hulu algorithm again?
No, they're not messing with the algorithm. They've come under fire for denying a request for an advertisement because it featured a photo of a big fat ass chick as a model. Tess Holliday, the one that's usually in the middle of these, she's a big giant slob, and but she's hot. We all have to say she's hot because she's said she's hot. So apparently
she's confident,
right? She's so not hot. No offense, neither am I, but I certainly wouldn't just like put myself in a mankini and just be like, I'm gorgeous. Like that's where I think you bring slings and arrows, deservedly so. You know what I mean? Like if I started doing that, wouldn't you be horrified for me?
I would be horrified.
Yeah. She was they included pictures of Tess Holliday. This Australian group, Cherche La Femme, attempted to place an ad on social media on Facebook last week to promote their latest body positive event called Feminism and Fat. And they were denied by Facebook. The event had a picture.
Stop holding your weenie, dude.
Sorry,
Mike.
A picture of Tess Holliday in a bikini. Facebook said they wouldn't allow the group to promote this their event because of the picture and violates Facebook's ad guidelines by promoting an idealized physical image. When one of the producers of the event, Jessamy Gleason, contacted Facebook about the rejection, she was told the image didn't comply with the company's health and fitness policy. The image depicts a body or body parts in an undesirable manner. Boy, I'd say that's true.
I would agree with that. Especially this image. It's weird. The reflections. It makes her look like she has 2 goat hooves for feet. It's really gross.
Dude, he's not kidding.
Isn't that gross?
Doesn't it look like she's got goat hooves?
Ugh.
Or hooves in general. I'm not saying they have to be goat, but
yeah.
I mean, I've seen
pig hooves.
Pig hooves.
Slob.
Beelzebub's hooves. I've seen Beelzebub with hooves. Facebook went on to say the images fell under this included photos showing muffin tops. So their policy ads that say that their ads may not depict a state of health or body weight as being perfect or extremely undesirable. So I'm assuming that's not falling into the perfect category. That's in the extremely undesirable category. They went on to say the images fell under that fall under this include photos showing muffin tops, people wearing clothes that are too tight, and images that show conditions like eating disorders in a negative light.
So they're outraged that, oh, well, no, we're trying to express beauty here on Facebook. Its algorithm, at least, is going ugly, gross,
delete, don't promote,
deny.
Don't promote. Facebook has ignored the fact that our event is going to be discussing body positivity and has instead come to the conclusion that we've set out to make women feel bad about themselves.
The irony.
By posting an image of a wonderful plus-sized woman. We're raging pretty hard over here.
It's everything that's wrong with everything, man. Facebook just, falling right into the trap.
For anybody that's tried to promote or boost a post on Facebook, they've got a ton
dumbass rules. Like we tried to post one time the picture of the Proops, Izzy, in panties.
Yes.
And we got denied. And it's like, dude, what do you want? Do you want the naked ass of a dog or do you want a pantied ass of a dog? What's better?
They wouldn't let us. What was it? Too suggestive or something?
Yeah.
For their animal.
It's like we're actually covering up its genitalia.
Some of you have probably seen the photo. It's Izzy standing on all fours looking back at the camera, and we'd put a pair of panties on her, Detroit Cast panties. And so she's got the DCast logo on her ass, and she's just wearing kind of skimpy panties. But if the panties weren't there, it would just be a dog looking back at the camera.
Yeah, you'd see an ass. You'd see an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like she's balls deep in another dog or another dog is balls deep in her or anything like that.
Just a dog.
It's just a dog wearing a pair of panties, but that was too much for them.
Yeah.
We've also gotten in trouble with them. They've got rules about...
You can't have too much wording on your picture.
Yes.
Like it can't be more than 33% of your picture or something like that.
25%.
Yeah, so if you have a company logo on a picture...
Yeah,
you get denied. It's like, dude, we're boosting a post, you assholes.
Yeah, we're paying you to boost this post because they changed their rules is the problem. They changed it where, I don't know, a year or two ago, it would reach a fraction of the people that it used to reach. Usually if the Detroit Cast sent a post out, it would hit all of our friends. So if you like the page, subscribe to it, you would get it. Not anymore. Not anymore. If you want to reach all those people, you need to start paying to boost those. So
Yeah,
that's
your
what
posts
they're
go to
trying
a
to do.
sliver of people who tend to interact with you already.
Right. So if you're really active on the Detroit Cast page, you'll see all of our posts,
Yeah.
and you're probably going, "What are you talking about? I see your posts all the time." Well, the people that casually do it, they'll never see it.
Yeah, so you're just churning information to the same people.
I think
unless you pay, which cool. I mean, they're a company; they have every right to charge for it.
Yeah. I think one of them, I was wearing a sweatshirt that said "Made in Detroit" or something on the back of it, and that was deemed too much wording. It took up too much of the picture. So, yeah, they seem like dumb rules, but I don't know that they're necessarily targeting you because you're a fat chick. But of course, the outrage police are out.
We all know their algorithms are not objective, Mike.
Yeah.
We know that from last week's stories.
Right.
Anyway, we have some email, Mike.
What do we got?
Well, Miguel, Tom writes in. Tom is another one of our pilot listeners, and he wanted to chime in on the Egypt
good.
Air 804 issue. Hey, guys, chiming in on Egypt Air 804. It's an A320 that was built in 2003, so not too old. That's what we were questioning yesterday. Like, was this one of these 30-year-old planes that has been flown for 1 million miles? Not too old, 2003. Just found a leaked picture from a computer at Airbus in France this time and saw it had a few alarms that went off. Airbus planes constantly report on anything out of the ordinary back to the Airbus HQ as long as it has power. It started with windshield heat fault, followed by a lavatory and an avionics smoke alarm, and a couple computer failures, including one of the autopilots and one of 7 flight computers. Sounds to me like a fire that spread pretty quick because there aren't any more messages from the airplane. And then he adds, we asked about this smoke issue and are there maneuvers, like why did they dip so hard and why was that like textbook pilot to do that? There are no evasive maneuvers to put out smoke. You do want to descend quickly to 10,000 feet or so, though, because you are going to turn off the pressurization system as part of the smoke evacuation checklist. The turns the Airbus that the airplane did could have been from the panic that ensued or a flight control failure. I fly this kind of Airbus, and if it started with a windshield heat problem, one of my biggest complaints about the layout of the cockpit is that the circuit breakers for the windshield are behind a jump seat. You have to move out of the way in order to find and pull. Fire inside the cabin is by far my biggest fear on an airplane. If I had to choose, I'd rather have an engine on fire.
Really?
Now, on to horses real quick, says Tom. I used to fly the race horses. My last year flying them was in 2014 with California Chrome. Those things love racing. They are also batshit crazy and want to just go. On that airplane, we had to test the fire alarms before they started loading them up because that warning bell sound, it sounded just like the race start bell.
Oh, yeah. And so they
they had to test that before the poops were put on.
Poops.
That's California Chrome, man. Here's a
Really?
pic with me and California Chrome the day after he lost the Belmont, thus losing the Triple Crown. His owner had that fit, if you guys remember, about the horses skipping the Preakness to rest and beat up his horse.
Yep, totally remember that.
Anyway,
It did seem like bullshit, by the way, to do that,
Yeah,
to
that's within
purposely
the rules.
sit your horses so that they could rest up for a week. Yeah.
Anyway, I love flying those majestic equines. We even painted on the plane. If you see the side of that plane, it's like first class equine airline or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
That was nice of him after losing such a big battle to take a selfie like that. You know,
Yeah.
he's probably, as an athlete,
Oh, I know.
he's probably really bummed.
Well, it was, the next day he'd probably gone out
but
drinking a
talk
little
to
bit.
after a game
Had some-
7 of like
realized
the World
life
Series.
is good.
Right,
He's still
I
going to get
guess.
laid every day.
Right.
He's going
Yeah.
out to stud. So
yeah,
a happy guy.
Poops.
California.
Yeah,
So was the chronology then? California Chrome got 2 out of 3, and then last year the dude won all 3.
Yep. But there were years in a row where people won the first 2
Right.
legs.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That third one's a bitch because it's twice as long or something. It's really a long track. Is it the Belmont, the last one?
Yeah.
Because they've done the Kentucky and the Preakness, and then the Belmont. I think the Belmont in New York is
Way
a
longer,
way longer track. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's bullshit though. Letting those horses take the week off after they've lost their chance to win the Triple Crown to spoil it.
And
You don't get a bye week, dude. You can't take just
In the playoffs?
random bye weeks in the postseason. That's horseshit.
I had never watched the
No pun
sport.
intended.
I never watched the sport that closely to notice if they were the same horses one after another. But that is a bunch of bullshit, man.
Yeah.
You absolutely should go. Okay, this is the field for these
Mhm.
3. This is the Triple Crown. This is our Triple Crown field. But
If you miss one of the races, you're out for all of them. You
Yeah.
you either race in all 3 or you skip all 3.
Brad writes in, hello, lovers. You guys mentioned West Virginia, and it reminded me of perhaps the funniest thing anyone ever said to me. When did we mention West Virginia? I do remember just going,
you were singing John Denver.
Perception of West Virginia is just these guys are just meth head idiots, right?
Yep.
My best friend in the Marine Corps was from West Virginia. He was a true hillbilly. This one time on deployment, I was sitting in the shop reading a book, and Rusty comes in and stops dead in his tracks. With the most disdainful, disgusted look on his face, he says to me, look at you. All your fancy reading. That was the funniest thing that has ever been said to me, says Brad.
That's the funniest thing ever said to him?
All your fancy reading. Just reading a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read, Rusty. That's what I do.
Rusty.
Of course, his name is Rusty.
Yeah.
Dan writes in, legends, listening to the discussion about fun bucks and what would constitute prostitution with E near the end of episode 585 got me thinking about the semantics of exchanging currency for sexual favor. Much like selling a pencil for $1,000 that just happens to include 2 free Super Bowl tickets,
sure,
technically sidesteps the scalping law. I believe this discussion may have uncovered a similar loophole to prostitution. If Joel were to hand E $1,000 in exchange for a blowjob or anal penetration, that would in fact be considered prostitution. It'd be textbook, right, gentlemen?
Yep.
And here's $1,000.
No way around that.
You blow me, or I get to anally penetrate you. Prostitution.
Yep. Grounds for arrest.
Plain and simple.
Yep.
However, if Joel were to hand E $1,000 in Monopoly money or some other inconsequential object in exchange for said sexual acts, that would not necessarily be illegal. E could then sell the Monopoly money or previously stated object back to Joel after the anal penetration was completed for the convenient sum of $1,000 real dollars, thus making the transaction legal as the money wouldn't have been directly obtained as a result of services rendered. If hookers and johns would simply adopt this modus operandi, they would be able to successfully avoid police busts in perpetuity. What say you, Smuggler? Has a loophole been discovered?
They already kind of do have that. The whole escort thing in general is supposedly, an escort, you're paying for time.
Yeah, I think the name of the game, though, is to get your money up front. You don't want to render services.
Exactly.
And then
that's it, right?
over.
What if Joel, after a night of grinding and coming in E's face 8 times as he grinds all over him, what if then he goes, yeah, no, I'm not gonna buy that back. I don't want that Monopoly money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
I already got
what are you gonna do? Go to the police?
Right.
I paid this guy specifically $1,000 to let me grind on his face all night, and then he reneged on paying me the $1,000.
Yeah.
The officer's gonna laugh in your face.
As he's arrested.
Talk about being shamed. The whole department will shame you for that.
Shame on you.
Shame on you, sir. Shame.
Yeah, that's
no. We don't want to shave it.
That's the disconnect. You can't do that shit. You got to get your money up front.
No. We don't want to shame anybody. We don't want to put anybody on the spot. If it looks funny, we go over and say,
The word spot is the key to that drop. Don't want to put anybody on the spot. And then he moves on. He shortens it. I love it.
No. We don't want to shame anybody. We don't want to put anybody on the spot. If it looks funny, we go over and say,
It's the best part of that drop. Spot.
I still love
I think we'll save the rest for tomorrow, Mike.
All right.
I'm gonna mention.
Oh boy, here we go.
I don't know if we have any.
God.
I'm gonna mention that we have Grand Rapids telling jokes this Sunday night, Memorial Weekend, at the Sunday Night Funnies.
Do you promise it'll be hilarious?
No, I've never promised that.
Will you tell the hooker joke?
I'm not telling that.
Oh,
joke.
come on! You're not going to hear the Chicago hooker joke?
Not this weekend.
Wow,
I would tell it.
This is remarkable.
That's
it's a
not
big weekend.
That's
People are out
such a
drinking.
bullshit remark, by the way.
Are you gonna hold on? Are you gonna have a set that includes Jack Off Club stuff?
Yes.
Yes, it will be there on Sunday.
All right, that's good.
There'll be 2 jokes on Sunday.
Where are you
Why
going to
don't
be?
you give us a sample?
I don't want to give one of them because it's a very one is about the Jack Off one, and one's I referenced to you guys off the air, but I don't want to say it ahead of time because I just don't want it. So it's something literally special just for that night. So it'll only be relevant to the funnies on Memorial Weekend.
So where are you going to be at?
I forget what the hotel. I think it's Riverfront Hotel. It's on Ann Street. I know that.
It's a great time to ask people to come out because nobody usually does anything on Memorial.
I know.
Weekend. Nobody.
I'm not asking anything. I'm just telling people that's where I'll be. There'll be a good crowd anyway. Sunday Night Funnies is always a good crowd, and actually on Memorial weekends and on Labor Day weekends, it tends to be very full. So
okay. Well, if people are in the area and want to come see E, film it, whatever, that'd be great. So with that, we'll call it a day. Thanks, everybody, for hanging with us. Thank you so much for donating to the show, buying merchandise. All those things are great. Writing reviews on iTunes is huge. It really is a big deal. We can't stress that enough. Sharing the posts, writing the reviews, all that stuff is incredibly important. Thank you for getting us nominated once again for the second year in a row for comedy podcast awards in the comedy section. We'll start, I guess voting opens on Sunday, so we'll give you more info as we go.
We'll remind you as we go. But yeah, it's going to be a daily vote, right? Everybody can vote once a day. So get ready next Sunday.
And lastly, don't forget to sign up for Wave if you haven't done so yet. The app, WAVVE. And maybe we'll play some of it tomorrow. But anybody that signs up and to the Detroit Cast thing, it doesn't cost you any money, but just go to the App Store and get the Wave app. You'll find the Detroit Cast on there.
And we're giving away Tiger tickets related there too for January 4th, Saturday, January 4th.
June.
I mean, June.
That would
4th.
be weird. I'd want to go to a January 4th game. That'd be cool.
Saturday, June 4th versus the White Sox.
Yes. It's a Negro Leagues game, as a matter of fact. So that's coming up shortly. So all you have to do to be entered in the drawing to win these tickets that come with parking and everything is just sign up for this, and then we'll draw a winner. So with that, have a great rest of the day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Listen to